Me again. My name's Gareth. I am the English Vapor. And I have another review, unboxing and first look at another Wismec product. This is the Presa TC100. I love me Wismec. This is great. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's go to the table. I'll show you the box, what's in the box, and through the device. Alrighty-o, here we go. Here is the Wismec Presa TC100. It comes in a box. It's got a drawing of it on the front there. Wismec Presa. Upgradable firmware, always a big plus. Presa TC100 on the side. Wismec.com the top. Same as the other side. Oh, and Wismec on it. Strange. Let's open it up. And here it is. They do sell this, as you can see, as a kit. It comes with a 30mm dripper tank on it. I've just gone for the one, just with the device. And there is said device. I love this thing. It's great. It's large, but I love it. So, what do you get with it? Goodies. There we go. Instruction. There is the specs. Sorry, oh my gosh, can't even hold a booklet. Here are the specs. I'll let you read them for yourself. So I don't have to throw in decimal points, numbers and figures at you. If you're interested, you can always pause it and go through it yourself. A few other bits and bobs, power recommendations of the 18650 and some screenshots. It's Wismec, so they're all very similar. Let's put that to one side with these bits. You also get battery safety and a wire. If you see me with the videos, you know what I'm going to say. This is for upgradable firmware. It's just for the upgrade. It's the data cable for the upgrade. You're not supposed to charge the device with this. Again, it's just for firmware. They recommend a standalone battery charger. Okay, so now the difference with this one is it's large, and you get two types of battery that can go in it. Look at the very bottom here. We have venting holes. It says Presa 100 watt at the bottom there, and don't throw it away in a wheelie bin because it's got batteries in it. Clip at the bottom, thumbnail bit there for the bottom to open the battery door. Wismec on the back. 510 connection. The top there. It is spring loaded. Again, I always forget to bring something to push in there, but it is. Trust me, it is spring loaded, and tanks do fit nice on it. Fire key. You can hear that. Nice, clicky buttons. There's your USB port there. The whole of the front is the fire button. If we open up the battery casing, two large magnets, top and bottom, and this is the sleeve. Now this sleeve is actually designed for a 26650 battery, the larger battery. I have got one. It is here. This is what it's designed for. This is a 64 amp battery, 3500 milliamp hour. Now, because it's such a large battery, you get a very full day out of this. A full day of vaping out of this. I know I do, which is great. But this sleeve here is what allows you to pop an 18650 in, so it makes it the same width as the 26650. So you don't have to have a 26650 battery. It will do you, obviously you'll be better with the 26650 battery. It will last you longer, but if you haven't got any, not to worry. You can pop one of these in with the case on. As you can see inside, there is your plus at the bottom, a minus at the top. The bottom pin is, oh sorry about that, spring loaded. There is your magnet there at the top and the bottom. Right, this goes in here like this. Trying to do it on the camera. Slots in like that. Sucks straight on. And there she is, look. Nice Wismec display. It's nice and nice. It's bright enough when you go out in the sun. Not so bright. Sorry, but that happens with anything. So, but in the household, in the place of work, be absolutely fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this. See that it works with the 18650. Oh, sorry. Let me just do one more test because I was told when I first bought this about rattle, but there is no battery rattle. I think when the first ones came out, when I was watching YouTube videos about this, it wasn't quite, the seals weren't quite up to scratch and it did rattle about inside. But let's put that to one side. Like I say, you do get this in with the device. Pop that in. There she is. That's very good magnets here. Very good magnets. Now, here she is. Same as the other reviews I've done. 3 clicks. Changes there. We're actually in power wattage mode at the moment. There we are. 48.5 watts. Voltage 4.97. Obviously I have no atomizer on, so the ohms won't show up. Puff counter, live amps, and then there is your battery indicator. Minus button, plus button. Get in the menu. 3 times to click. Press the right button at the bottom. Changes to bypass mode. This does go up to 100 watts. This is, like I say, well, self-explanatory. TC100. It's temperature controlled 100 watt device. There it does temperature control as nickel, titanium and stainless steel. TCR mode and memory mode, and then back to power. So if you keep it on this, you press to the left, it will then jump down to your puff counter. You change from your puff counter to the time, to your PCB, your little circuit board inside temperature, and then back to puff counter. Press the left again, back up to the top. Now what I'll do is I'll click it to the right. Yeah, we'll go into a temperature control, say nickel for instance. We'll press the left. This is where you change your wattage. You can go left. Oh, you press to the right. You can only press to the right. It'll go all the way up to 100 watts. Take your finger off, then go back round. Unfortunately, you can't go to the left because your left button is to cycle through your menu. Again, there's your ohms. You can change your ohms. Puff counter, same thing. Obviously, when you're in there in your normal temperature control mode, you can just press up and down, and it will your up and down buttons will just change your temperature there. You start off at your 200 degrees Fahrenheit, straight up to 6 there. It's very fast. When you hold it down, does it in 10 watt increments. Then you roll over, does 100 degrees, up to 315 degrees centigrade or Celsius. I like it on 290. So there it is. Let's see if anything happens when we hold down the button and the back and the left button. Should be stealth mode. There we go. Comes out of stealth mode. We lock that off. We hold that one down. Nope. Okay. So, like I say, we will do 3 clicks again. We can then change to power mode, and we can whip it up to 100 watts. Now you do get 100 watts with the it says weak battery every now and again if the battery is going, but with the 26650 at 64 amps with the battery I've got in here, it does hit 100 watts. With your 18650 they recommend it's about 75 watts you'll get out of that. So again, to get the full use out of this product, to get your 100 watts, get yourself a 26650 battery, get yourself a standalone charger if you haven't already got one, and this will perform superb. On the top here we have the slider that stops you from being able to press the button. Slide it back and we're back on again. Okay, I think that's what I can show you of this Wismec. Oh, I didn't say earlier, I got this one in white. So if you were unaware, I got the white one. Brill. There we go. Let's go back up to my face. We'll vape it, do pros and cons. Right, we're back up to my face. We can now do pros and cons of the Presa 100 TC. Just putting my tank on. This is a Griffin 25 clone. 25 mils. I mean, the top of this is 30 mils. You have so much. Like I say, if you get the actual package, the kit, you get the 30 mil dripper on the top of it as a kit. So with your large RDAs, your large big tanks, 25 mils, it swallows it up, as you can see. You've got lots and lots of room around the outside, so there's no overhang whatsoever. I'll just turn this down to a decent wattage, about 48 normally I have this one on. Now the pros, fantastic feel. I love the fire button. I love the fact that your whole hand can just fire with your thumb or just with your whole hand. I just use my whole hand. It's got very clicky buttons. It just feels very well made. It's heavy because of the battery. It's heavy. If you've seen my other videos before, the heavier the better for me. It makes it feel more expensive. Let's have a quick vape. Helps if I turn the device on. There we go. Right. So, pros. Feels good. Clicky buttons. Nice size screen. But one of the cons is the screen isn't that bright for me. I mean, if you get something else that's like, yeah, the TC, it's just slightly brighter on the RX 200SX. It's just, I don't know if you can see that, but it is, when you, like I say, when you go outside in the sun, this is a little bit, you struggle to see this if sun's shining on it. This one is absolutely fine. So, the second con I've got is the slider at the top. Now the slider does work. Let me get out of my way. The slider does work where you lock off, there we go, where you lock off the actual trigger, but you don't know, it's not, I'd prefer it to have a click. You know, click, click, click it across, yeah, that's locked, click it across, that's unlocked, click it. It moves about, it's not by any means loose, I'd rather have a click. That's just probably just my thing. That's probably just me. You're probably sitting there thinking, that won't bother me. Great. So, apart from the slidey bit, battery life's great. That's obviously a con. There's no rattle of any kind with this. Whew. And again, this battery will last, especially with a. If you like your sub-ohm tanks like this and you're running at about 40-50 watts, this will last all day. There it is, the Presa TC100 by Wismec. As always, thanks for your time, and I'll see you next time.